Shumb and Nishumba were shocked to see the next round of warriors also come back terrified. Flee, run away from the woman, otherwise, in the desire for this woman, you would lose everything, your friends, your kingdom, and even your life. If you do not give up now, your entire race will be gone. They told the two asuras. Suddenly one of the soldiers turned to Shumba. Your boon, it protects you only from the male of any species. And she's the goddess Mahamaya, the goddess who has come as your death. The soldier said with certainty. Fools! Shumba yelled at them loudly. You're running away because your desire to live is too strong. Go! Run away! Run and hide in the patal. Shumba told them in a sneering tone. You're talking like it was fate which brought the woman here. But I am no fool to believe in fate. I will fight. I will send Raktabij to fight that woman, Shumba yelled. Now Raktabij had a very strange boon. One that made him a very formidable opponent. He had a boon that every drop of blood which he spilled on the earth would give rise to another asura, as strong and as powerful as Raktabij himself. Seeing Raktabij come, goddess Kalika blew her conch shell loudly, so loud that it almost scared the other soldiers. But Raktabij was unperturbed. He went towards goddess Kalika and shook his head. Do you think I'm scared of this? I will only ask once, Raktabij said in a dangerous voice. Turn yourself over to my lord or I will kill you. There was no mistaking it. The two goddesses laughed wildly at Raktabij. Do not boast, fight. The goddesses yelled at him. Within a few minutes of battle, Raktabij was lying unconscious in the battlefield. Terror seized the remaining soldiers as they screamed and let out distress signals. Raktabij was taken off the field for treatment. Shumba, who was watching this from his palace, turned to his guards. Call the Kambojas and call the Kalikyas to fight for us. Shumba said, letting out a sharp breath. Pursuant to Shumba's wishes, the Kambojas and the Kalikyas came to the battlefield. Seeing the army march towards the two women, other women also joined the battle. All the wives of the gods and the devas joined the battle. Brahmini came on a swan with the powers of Brahma. Vaishnavi with the powers of Vishnu came on Garud. The wife of Kartikeyan, Kaumari, came with weapons and she was mounted on a peacock. Indrani, Varahi, Narsimi, Maheshwari, they all came and they all came blazing and ready for war. These goddesses are called Matrikas or mother goddesses, and they are the powers of the gods. Lord Shiva appeared before the women and encouraged them to finish the battle as quick as possible. That was when Goddess Ambika spoke with Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, though Shumba and Nishumba have fought repeatedly with me, I wish to give them a chance to live. Please go to them as my messenger and tell them to stop fighting, or that I would kill them. This is the last chance I'm giving them, Ambika said. Lord Shiva immediately went to the Asuras, but the Asuras paid no heed to the wise words of the Lord. Then the Devis started massacring the Asuras on the battlefield mercilessly. Soon the air was filled with the screams and shouts of the Asuras who could not escape from the warrior goddesses. Raktabij, who was in his camp, heard the screams of his people and raced out towards the battlefield. The first goddess whom Raktabij saw was Vaishnavi, and he hurled his Shakti weapon at the goddess. Vaishnavi stopped the weapon and hurled her Sudarshan Chakra at the Asura. At the same time, Indrani also attacked him, as Chamundi destroyed Raktabij's weapons. And Raktabij's blood now fell on the earth. The Devas who were watching the battle were shocked because a few thousand Raktabijas surrounded the Matrikas and the goddess Ambika and goddess Kalika. The Devas were sure that all was lost. Goddess Ambika turned to Kalika. As soon as we fire on Raktabij and he starts bleeding, drink all the blood of Raktabij and make sure nothing falls on the earth. Me and the other Matrikas would injure the Asur continuously. Goddess Ambika told the other goddesses. And Goddess Kalika carried out her instructions perfectly. As the other Matrikas endured Raktabij, she made sure none of Raktabij's blood fell on the earth. Within a very short time, the tide of the battle turned. The Matrikas hacked just about anything in their path, and soon the real Raktabij was the only one left. And Goddess Ambika showed no mercy to Raktabij and killed him too. Both Shumb and Nishumb came to battle with their own armies, and Nishumb's army attacked the Devis first. And as was the rule of war, Shumb watched the war. The battle was almost an anticlimax, because after so much destruction, the goddesses destroyed Nishumb almost easily. Shumb watched the entire scene shell-shocked and numb. Shumb drove now upon his chariot and saw the beautiful goddess Ambika and was unable to pull out his weapons. I cannot fight you. Your beauty distracts me, lady, Shumb told the goddess. The goddess laughed. Even during a battle, you're unable to fight dispassionately. She turned to Goddess Kalika. You're fierce. I think you should fight him, and I will watch, the goddess said. And then there was a short, supercharged battle between the goddess and Shumb, and the goddess first broke Shumb's chariot with her club, and then without hesitation killed Shumb too.